Like Kyle said, I could twist my ankle, bust up my knee, and my money is done.
That's your problem.
And I read out of third.
Right.
Okay, but it's your problem that you smart, so go make your money when you get out of school.
It's my problem.
I'm just saying.
That problem that I'm smart.
It's a good problem. It's a good problem. It's a problem that you're smart.
I can't get paid because I'm smart.
No,
I can't get.
You can't get paid.
I can't get paid because I'm smart.
You can't get paid because you're smart.
Are you kidding me?
But you're not bringing in this university billions of dollars. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, I'm making this university popular because I'm smart.
How?
I'm making it in the IBs.
Whoa! Name me the smartest person. Name me the smartest person at UGA.
That's
Name
behind
me
the stuff.
smartest person
That's
at
behind the
UGA.
scenes
Name
stuff,
me
bro.
the smartest person
That's behind
at
the
UGA.
scenes stuff.
But I give
Colleges get that credibility. Colleges get that credibility.
Come on, man.
If you're not gonna listen to me, colleges get that credibility off of smart kids. What are you talking about?
I feel you, but they don't
Come
make their
on,
money
bro.
off of that either, though.
Come on,
but
man.
One thing we have to keep in mind is that, and we talked about it on the show,
But at the same time, it comes from two different points.
Then all of a sudden, he want to say, oh, well, you know,
I think for me, I don't know if I can speak for everybody else.
This is DeadEndSports.
Welcome to another episode of Dead End Sports. Make sure you check us out every Tuesday night. We're live, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Whatever topic we have here on YouTube, you call in, we'll talk about it. We have topics that we talk on Blogtalkradio, you know what I'm saying? So just call us. I know you already love us, or else you wouldn't be here. Make sure you follow us on every social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and make sure you check out Dead End Sports. Anything else, Ken? 'Cause I know you always be.
Podcast.
oh. Nah, yeah, I think that's good, man. Yeah, I think you got everything, so we good. Good job.
See, Ken messing up, man. We got the podcast too, so when you don't catch us live every Tuesday night, make sure you catch the podcast. That's the Blogtalkradio podcast, man. Again, we're live every Tuesday night. Swinging it over to our host, Kyle.
all right, fellas, so what we're going to talk about today, college athletes. We watch college football, we watch college basketball. All of us are huge fans of the sport. There's been a lot of scrutiny here over the last few months based on something that happened at Northwestern University. We have a situation now where college kids are trying to unionize in the efforts to ultimately be compensated for what they're doing. So the question is about college athletes getting paid. We all know that college athletics bring, particularly football, a sport like football brings in billions of dollars. So the question I have is, and what we're going to talk about is, should these college athletes be compensated and paid for what they're doing? We already know that they're being paid via scholarship, paying their tuition, books, you know, that type of stuff. But the question is, should they be fairly compensated for their efforts on the field or the courts or what have you? So B, I'll start with you, man. What's your take on it? Should college athletes be paid?
Yes, I think they should. I mean, I think a certain percentage, because thinking back, remember Fab Five? And I remember watching the documentary, like how like the Fab Five in general made so much money for University of Michigan. And I remember Chris Webber, he was going to the pizza place and he couldn't even buy a slice of pizza. But here you got this man's jersey selling in Foot Locker, selling in Champs, making all this type of money for the university, but still he can't even go and buy a $1.50 slice of pizza. Granted, they can't, I want to say get paid the whole 100% of whatever the school's making. I at least give them like an allowance or like a certain amount of money per week.
So essentially what you think is that while they're playing, they should be getting paid right then and there. You don't think that that money should be put away in a trust, so whenever you leave school you have money, or you think they should get it right then and there? Right
then and there, because like if you top point guard in your school, I mean your university, right? But you can't even go buy a slice of pizza. Like,
I feel you.
Like, give them something like like a per week allowance or something like that. You know, like each week y'all get, you know, $500 per week to spend whatever. I mean, I'm just giving an example. I'm just giving an example. Like, okay, it could be $75 a week or $100 a week for spending on food for the week or whatever. You got Alabama going to bowl game. You know how much money that university is getting and stuff, you know? So it's like, give the kids something.
I kind of agree with where you're coming from. I'll put it to you like this.
Yeah.
I 100% agree with you coming from.
Yeah.
But I guess for me, I would just kind of structure it differently.
Okay.
Like for me, I think that they should get like a weekly stipend, because if you are generating billions, because it's not millions, it's billions of dollars for these universities, you should get a stipend. Even if you play a sport like archery or rowing and things and other sports that don't generate billions of dollars, you should still get a stipend.
They
because
got enough money.
Exactly, because you are contributing to this university. You should at least be able to go get you some food outside of campus. I think that that's fair.
What about the schools that's not the Alabamas, like the Marshalls or the, you know, like the lower, you know what I'm saying?
Well, here's the thing. I think that every university has to figure out what works best for them.
Let me interject a little bit though. So like, what about like the whole scholarship? Isn't that their payment? Like, I mean, you're like, say
It's
for
free education, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's a lot of money.
No, that is a lot of money.
I said a lot of people say that. A lot of people say that is their payment.
And I feel you on the scholarship thing, but at the end of the day, you're still, what that scholarship is worth is not what one player is worth to that university. Like, let's go a year back, Johnny Manziel. Right. The amount of money that Johnny Manziel is 20, 30 times the scholarship that you paid him. So that is not fair in itself. Now, when we talking about a smaller school like a Marshall or a Grambling, just like every corporate company, right? Everybody doesn't have the same pay structure. Everybody doesn't have the same benefits. So the top players automatically go to the big power conferences anyway. So their pay structure and whatever they figure out is best for their athletes is going to be different than the smaller schools. I don't think that the student athlete should be privy to that money until they get out of school, whether they leave for the draft early or they graduate or whatever. I think that money should be allocated to you once you're out of school. But while you're in school, you should get a stipend, because even if it's just $100, you should be able to go out here and get you a slice of pizza, go to the movies, and do all of those other type of things. You know what I'm saying? Now,
but what if you're not an elite player? Like, what about those players that don't really play?
So all players
I think all players should get a stipend, and I think that
the same percentage. Wait, you're saying a stipend? A stipend is different.
I'm going
from being
two ways, Ken, because you're not listening to me right now.
I wasn't listening.
No, I know
I was doing my fantasy team, man. I'm sorry. I wasn't listening. But you weren't saying anything for me to be listening to anyway.
Yes, I was. You just over there.
Ken fantasy football pitch right now.
The struggle is real, man.
I feel you. No, look, I just think that student athletes should get two payments in 2 ways. I think that they should get a weekly stipend during their season. I don't think throughout the year. I think during their season, because when you're not in season, you are at school. You in school. Go get you that free lunch.
But the problem is when you're not in season, you can't work. That's the problem. Sports are year round nowadays. It's if you're playing basketball at the University of North Carolina, guess what? When you're not in your season, you're training for the upcoming season. So you don't have time to go. You don't have time to go get a job.
They don't have time, or they're not allowed.
They don't have time, nor are they allowed. The NCAA does not allow you to work and be compensated outside of, because your scholarship basically is supposed to be your money per se. Your money.
For those that are on scholarship.
Yeah, exactly. Now, if you're not on scholarship, if you walk on the University of North Carolina basketball team, then you can free to go work at Burger King if you want to.
Give them a stipend, whether it's year long or during the season. I don't care. They should get a stipend. And then the other thing is off all of the money that they're making and bringing into the university, they should get a percentage, which should go into some type of trust. And when they leave school, that's when they recoup that money.
All of the players receive the same percentage amount?
Well, here's the thing. If you're a redshirt freshman, right? You're not bringing in the same type of revenue to that university as Johnny Manziel.
Your team don't matter.
Look, but that's what I'm saying. It's every individual player. Of course, there's gonna be a couple, just like the NFL, the pay scale. Quarterbacks are way up here. Who's next to them?
Talking about.
But you talking about school? Yeah, you're talking about students in school now. But it's not a. You can't, like, dude, like, I'm just saying, like, you're talking about a school. Like imagine if people did that in, like, public or a regular school. Like, you can't make kids feel that way.
At the end of the day, sports is supposed to be about unity, and when it comes about money, it does create some type of divide and segregation. And I feel where both of y'all are coming from. But at the end of the day, you know a 5-star athlete versus a 2-star athlete. And if you're a 2-star athlete and you're not bringing in the same type of revenue as a Johnny Manziel or Tim Tebow when he was at Florida, some of these bigger names, it is what it is.
The team bringing in the revenue, dog. Like not just that one individual player. I see what you're trying to. People want to come see Johnny Manziel play, but I think the alumni are really, really happy that they got a Johnny Manziel and that they can win football games. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think you should, if you're gonna pay these guys, it should be even across the board.
Do you think that they should be compensated?
I've been on the fence with this on the show.
Okay, well, get off the fence.
Huh?
Get off the fence.
Where you swinging, man? You gonna fall on or you gonna fall off, bro?
Yeah, man, what you gonna do?
Man, I said on the show, I think you guys remember that I've recently changed my position. You know, to where I think there should be some form of compensation. A lot of that had to do with the article on Shabazz Napier coming out. The guy couldn't eat. You know, he couldn't afford, you know, just food. Exactly. I would like to see at least for these guys to get a stipend to be able to eat. That doesn't make sense. You got these guys running around, practicing all these, you know, over and over again, exhausting all of this energy, and they can't go get a meal. Or they can't go work. So I think at some level there should be some form of compensation. I don't know about paying them fully yet, because I think you have to make a decision. Either you're going to get a scholarship or you're going to get paid. Which one do you want, and which one is more important to you?
My thing is this: if you bring me in, everything goes hand in hand. I get what you're saying, and I also understand what FIFO is saying, but I think where the problem comes in at is trying to figure out how you're going to pay it. But a scholarship is something. I'm not dismissing that, because if you go to the University of Alabama, let's say it costs $20,000 a year to go there. I don't know how much it costs, but let's say it's $20,000 a year. For 4 years, that's $80,000. That's a lot of money to pay to go to school for free. But what people don't understand is that these scholarships are on an athletic basis, meaning if you can't produce, you're done. And the minute that they feel that we got you in as a 5-star recruit and you can't perform, and Beasley comes in the next year and he's better than you, and we want to get rid of you, you're done.
How is that any different from the real world?
I mean, it is it's the real world, but the part of the thing is that the difference is that, and people hate to use this word, but you're a commodity. You're there on a benefit basis. You're getting something from the university, and the university's getting something from you. But I would be very frustrated if I was Jameis Winston or Marcus Mariota, and I'm walking through campus, Mariota, whatever his name is, and I'm walking through campus and I'm walking past the bookstore and they got my jersey up and they sell it for $200. And I can't see none of that? Come on, man. You can break me off something.
You can't. I don't know if I'm with both.
Now, here's
why not though? Wait, hold on. Why are you not with the percentage though, Ken? When obviously, like I said,
get the scholarship.
Number 53 man on the roster is not selling jerseys. But if you're that guy and you're selling hundreds of thousands, if not millions of jerseys a year, why should you not see any of that?
And if I'm the 53rd player on that roster, and I look and I see that B is getting a bigger percentage than I am, then I would have a problem with that.
But you know what? Look. Like I said, you're talking about giving different players different percentages.
I think it should be even across the board.
Okay, fine. And even if, wait, hold on. Even if it's even across the board, if you're number 53 and you get 5%, and he's the #1 quarterback and he's selling hundreds of thousands, if not millions of jerseys, he's gonna make more money by default, bro.
The school's going to make more money by default, and you're saying that a piece of that would go to him. You know, and that's for me
because it has his name on the back.
Part of the problem, and I agree with Ken. One of the rare times I agree with Ken on this one, but I think part of the problem is that how do you quantify what, if Beasley's the star quarterback, how do you quantify what he's bringing in? Because you really can't tell. You can tell by jersey sales, but you can't tell when people come to see Beasley play on Saturday, so you don't know.
Or what about offensive linemen that are
exactly.
5-star players?
Okay. I'm all for guys getting paid. I'm all for everybody getting paid. But I think you have enough money and you have a system where you can make sure it's even across the board, where everybody's getting the same amount.
And I agree. But there's certain players that should make money off of their jersey sales, off of their likeness. Wait. Just like how Johnny Manziel with the whole autograph thing, I should be able to go out here and sign 1,000 autographs and get compensated for that. If you're number 53, you're not gonna get that. Don't nobody want you. Don't nobody know your name, bro.
So you're saying
that's all I'm saying.
So you're saying that the revenue sharing should be equal across the board. Yes. But I, as Jameis Winston, should be able to go out and monetize my name.
Yes.
No. Absolutely not.
Well, that's exactly where we disagree.
Therein lies the problem of amateurism, because at that point, you're not an amateur. You're a professional. part of the problem is trying to figure out if you've got $1 billion to split, you know, on particular, let's say you got, you know, a couple $1 billion to split on Alabama. Let's just use Alabama for example. On their particular campus, how do you figure out what the football team should get, what the basketball team should get?
When you know that's a football school.
Yeah, and you know that not only is it a football school, but they are the revenue generator.
Yeah.
Archery doesn't generate, because you don't go to see people shoot bow and arrows at Alabama.
Okay, so nobody listening to what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So nobody listening to what I'm saying? What I said is that every single athlete should get a weekly stipend. Every single athlete, regardless if you're archery, rowing, lacrosse, you should get a weekly stipend. Now, the revenue generating sports, because even in Bama, the basketball team makes more money than everybody else minus the football team. Right? You should get a percentage of that. Football,
basketball revenue.
Of the basketball revenue. Football should get a percentage of the football revenue.
Of that particular sport.
Okay, so let me stop you there. So herein lies the problem. What about if you look at my school, South Carolina State? I know it's a small historically black college, but when we play bigger schools, Clemson or South Carolina or Florida or whomever, it's done to generate money so that you can take care of your athletic program for bowling and softball and sports that don't generate money. So the question is, why should, if I'm a football player, why should I make the same as the softball player?
Every corporate entity operates differently, right? And if I was running a small school, I would say, look, if we don't make X amount in terms of revenue, nobody's getting a percentage. You get your stipend.
What about for the schools that can't afford it though?
Right.
Again, that's up to the AD to figure it out. Every school is going to be different. Every school makes different amount of money. People go to these certain schools for different reasons, right?
But that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem because
how is that part of the
because now you got kids that don't even want to go to certain schools because they're not going to get paid a certain amount of money.
Okay, but there's kids right now that don't go to certain schools because they're not going to get playing time, or they don't like the jerseys, or they don't like the coach.
Okay,
so that's just point. Just add that to the bucket.
Exactly. Why you want to add something else to that?
It makes it more difficult. It makes it difficult.
And the focus so far has been, you know, hey, these schools, these colleges, these universities are making billions of dollars. Yeah, if you're Alabama or you Ohio State or you Florida State.
If you're the smaller school.
Yeah, what about the smaller schools that don't make that money, like you just brought up? How do they?
And you got to apply it across the board because if every school is,
it's really hard to apply it across the board because, like you said, everybody doesn't get the same amount, so you're not having the same activity as far as money is concerned.
And then it messes up your recruiting. Because if you're trying to recruit somebody, you like, man,
how much y'all paying?
Right, like how much
y'all paying over there?
Man, I'm out here.
Like what?
Like what? It messed up. If you a coach, how can you tell someone that you know that your rival school is paying this certain amount of money? Yo, man, if you play here, you get all the playing time in the world. Yeah, man, but how much y'all paying? You know what I'm saying? Like,
but at the end of the day, it's not going to sway that many blue chip guys from going where they're going to go, or even smaller guys.
It's a messy situation, man, because you're incentivizing students to come play for your school.
But you're already incentivizing.
But your money is not in it, man. We all know.
How is it not? No. You and Rod's point was that scholarships is already paying. So if that's already paying, why can't we add another form? Because you are making billions off of
Because it's just like B said, if Ohio State, and just in your example, if another college is paying me more and I can go to that college and they're willing to give me more to come there, I'm going to that college.
Okay, all right. I give you that.
That's a messy situation.
But that's not a messy situation because doesn't that spread out the talent? Because right now, the way that it is right now, aren't all of these Division I powers so powerful that they already, the NCAA say, you know what, you figure out the financial situation. That's how big they are. So by what you're just telling me right now, would that not spread out the talent? Because you know what, maybe instead of me going to Bama, you know what, Ohio State ain't that bad. I like Urban Meyer.
Let's go back to, and I'll go to you, B, education. How does this affect, because ultimately you're supposed to be there
for your
education. That's what you're supposed to go to school for. How do you think that helps or hinders your education or your quest to get an education?
It hinders because if I'm a 17, graduating out of high school and I'm a, top recruit guy balling, I'm go to the league one day and I got schools throwing money at me to do my God-given talent that I know I'm going to do to get me to the next level, Yeah, my last thing I'm gonna be thinking about is my education. I mean, I'm just speaking from
But B, okay, so you mean look, half of the athletes that go to school, like you said, right? No. But look, because I feel like everybody's just jumping on one side of the fence, and you got to see the other side right now.
You're 17, though.
I feel you, but at the end of the day, a lot of 17-year-olds without money just want to go there for that, and you're not gonna be able to hoop if you don't keep your grades. And guess what? You're not gonna be able to get your money if you don't keep your grades.
If you're the number one recruit,
what do you mean what school does? Man, come on, man.
If you're the number one recruit, number one in the nation, going to college, you know you're going to go to the league at some point.
Get them, B.
You know you're going to be thinking about that money.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I said you can't give the money to these kids right now. Put that in a trust. You get it when you leave school. And
No. But how do you give it to them in a trust when they leave school? You don't go to work every day and then get paid 2 years from now.
Yeah.
You gotta pay me now.
But no, you talking about amateurism.
No.
Yeah, no, you talking about amateurism.
No,
you talking about amateurism. That's how you keep it.
No,
Why can't you do that?
Why not, Kyle? Why not? We're not paying you now anyway. You should be glad I'm giving you something.
Wait a minute. If you're going to pay me to play, I want my money now. I could twist my ankle, or you could see I could be playing receiver at Michigan. I twist my ankle, B comes in.
You got insurance.
No. Hold on. No, there's no such thing as insurance.
Because you're a commodity.
Because you're a commodity. I'm the number one receiver in the state of Michigan. I'm at the University of Michigan. I'm the best receiver in the country. I twist my ankle, B comes in, he takes my job. I want to get my money. If I'm getting
Leave school and get your money.
There you go.
Leave school and get your money. What do you mean no?
They've already got problems with that already.
How?
Because they're saying, well, hey, you didn't go to school for that.
Leave school, you get your education.
Yeah, you leave school. I leave school, you get your education.
I feel you. But that's the decision that you have to make.
Now and you're not getting paid.
Exactly.
What's the difference, bruh?
Exactly.
What is the difference? Explain it to me.
If I'm
You know what that
getting
trust
paid,
is?
I want to be
That's
compensated.
unemployment, bro.
It's a results-based business. The minute that you're not starting, the minute that your players fall, I mean, we see blue chip kids come in every year. They get to school and you say, well, what happened to FIFO? No, not even about control. Maybe high school was as good as he was going to get. So you can't throw a whole bunch of money at him, but you can give him something, and it's a little bit more than a stipend. You know, you got to compensate him.
I just want to bring it back to education.
Yeah, because I think
I think bringing money is a problem. Like, what if, like, let's think about these Ivy League schools, and you have these like science programs, and these kids are just geniuses.
And it costs more to go there too.
And it costs more to go there for that, but they're not getting paid for anything. I don't care. Like, as a kid or as a student, I don't care what football is bringing in. You know what I'm saying? I just don't care. Like, why is that football player getting paid when I'm the smartest kid on campus?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Because you don't generate money. People,
and that's the problem in the school system.
But that's a part of the issue. The university. You're a student at Florida State. I'm a student at Florida State. There's not 20,000 people in Doak Campbell Stadium to see Rod. They're coming to see Kyle catch touchdowns. Period. I'm a commodity. I should be compensated for that.
That's why it's a problem.
That's why I said it's
a problem already.
Yeah. But I'm saying it just creates a bigger problem, though. Like, man, if I'm the smartest kid in my school, man, and I see a football player that's reading on the 3rd grade level getting paid money, are you crazy?
But
now,
if you're the smartest kid, you probably have an opportunity to go work for a huge corporation.
Just like he has an opportunity to go to pro level.
Okay.
But he probably won't. But you know what?
He's a star kid in the school, and he said he probably won't.
But it's more likely for you to go use your Ivy League education at a corporation than it is.
But that's not my fault. It's not my fault. I'm smart. I put in the work.
That's not what he's looking at.
Yeah.
He's looking at the fact that this guy's making this money.
Right.
And I'm not.
Right.
Okay. But at the end of the day, like Kyle said, I could twist my ankle, bust up my knee, and my money is done.
That's your problem.
And I read out of 3rd.
Right.
Okay, but it's your problem that you smart, so go make your money when you get out of school.
It's my problem.
That's
My problem.
It's a good problem.
I can't get paid because I'm smart.
No,
I can't get.
you can't get paid.
I can't get paid because I'm smart.
You can't get paid because you're smart.
Are you kidding me?
But you're not bringing in this university billions of dollars. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, I'm making this university popular because I'm smart.
How?
I'm making it in the Ivy League.
Whoa! Name me the smartest person. Name me the smartest person at UGA.
That's
Name me
behind the
smartest
stuff.
person
That's
at
behind the
UGA.
scenes
Name
stuff,
me
bro.
the smartest
That's
person at
behind the
UGA.
scenes stuff.
But I give you top running back.
Colleges get that credibility.
Colleges
Colleges get that credibility.
Come on, man.
If you're not gonna listen to me, colleges get that credibility off of smart kids. What are you talking about?
I feel you, but they don't
Come
make their
on,
money
bro.
off of that either, though.
Come on,
but
man.
Look, obviously we couldn't come to a resolution, so hit us up, Blog Talk Radio.
True Dead End Sports
Yes, it is, B. Tuesday night, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hit us up. Let us know what you think, because obviously this is gonna be another dead end. It ain't gonna finish. Kyle got his point, B got his point, I got my point, Ken got his point over there in fantasy football, and we all good. Call us.
I'm just right.
And Modest Media got his point.
And Modest Media got a point too. Shout out to Modest Media.